Now we just gonna power through it.
Oh,
All right.
hey.
So hey, y'all, we back. We're back
Yes.
again.
Come on
Hopefully this is
in.
better. So you already know that we went through Psalms 30 verses, the verses. Okay.
4 and 5, I think it was.
4 and 5. I want to say, but His mercy endures. Okay.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, Auntie Shelley was going on yesterday's reading because I heard that there was a knock on the door and the cliff was there. So we're all getting off this cliff. I don't know y'all, but that's what I heard. Hey, Auntie Cammy, good to see you. Shalom. And bring y'all comments in there too. Don't be shy. Please don't.
Yes.
Is it better? Hopefully it
is. Let us know.
All right. Yeah, here's the second time around. All right. Let's get into it.
Okay, so quick recap. Okay, well, basically it's still talking about the same. It's prophecy. Yehuda, you're going into captivity because you did this, and this. Here's your hope, but you're still going. But let me oh yeah, he's still talking. The shepherds. He was emphasizing shepherds yesterday.
Oh yes.
Like the shepherds that's over you now.
Yeah.
They ain't no good. Mm-hmm. They're leading everybody to the wrong river. They're leading you out of dirty water.
Yeah.
But once you're settled, I'm gonna give you shepherds or leaders that's gonna lead you into the, that stream, that cool running stream. The stream
with the waters like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The streams, because streams are alive, like they move, because the water is like cleansiness. So that's that good spring water.
Oh.
That's that water. If you could find it, you should fill up water bottles. But it's real rare to find because they done blew up places.
Well, I know it ain't got it in Vallejo, and I know it ain't got it in Pleasant
Hill. It's some around here, but you got to go up into the mountains and find them. Because people who have found them have left maps. But it really should be easy to get to, but they made it hard.
Of course.
To get to. They got stuff built all around it. And yeah, the good, real spring water. That's why I know that stuff we buy in the store. Yeah. So he's saying he's going to give us pastors that are going to feed us. Are we on verse 5?
Mm-hmm. 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 Behold, yep.
Yeah, because he's getting to the promise where he tells us who this person is going to be that's going to execute this.
But I'm going to just start at 23.
Okay, yeah, let's just start.
Let's just start. All right, so Shalom, Auntie Riri, Auntie Linda, Auntie Cam, Dad, good to see you. Auntie Linda, I don't know if I said that. Oh, she said, hey, Sister Riri. Good to see y'all, and those that are not in the chat, okay? We know that if you could be in the chat, you would, but we definitely appreciate you joining us tonight.
Yes.
We already prayed, okay, because listen, this was not going to be a good story time if we didn't pray. All right, so we're going to start at 23 just because it's easier, and it's easier to just kind of, flow into the next scripture. Woe be unto the pastor that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture. And he had, listen, Arthur put a exclamation mark. So
did
he that was he could have put a period there.
My pasture.
Right. Emphasis is there, all right? Someone is a little upset, as he should be. Okay? And it says Yahuwah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, thus says Yahuwah Elohai of Yasharal against the pastors that feed my people. Ye, capital Y, okay? Mm-hmm. Ye have scattered my flock and driven them away and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doings, said Yahuwah. And I will gather the remnant of my flock out of the countries whither I have driven them, and will bring them again to their folds. And they shall be fruitful and increase. And I will set up shepherds over them, which shall feed them, and they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed, neither shall they be lacking, says Yahuwah.
I mean, I'm thinking of this from Yahuwah's point of view right now. Like but okay, Ruach. Like when he says you've driven them away, it's because they came to you for the truth.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to bring them to me but you don't want to teach the truth. So they know, like, especially older people that will say, well, I don't go to church because the preacher, they done seen preachers cheat on their wives. Some of them cheated with the person who ain't going wife. They have seen how they handle money. They have seen all that and went, I ain't going. And rightly so. But he said, when you do that, you scatter my flock.
Yeah, furthermore, we already scattered people.
You know how we talk about don't say his name in vain or don't bring it to nothing. You are brought his name to nothing.
Yes.
When it should have been something.
Absolutely. Because
you scatter my flock.
He himself is substance. So yeah, absolutely. Shalom, Auntie Shani. Shalom, Mel. And yeah, you're absolutely right. And I love, like, one, you see the difference because he says, I'm going to restore. Again, this is restoration too.
Yes.
Because he said, I'm going to put the shepherds there, and my people don't have to worry no more.
Yes.
And again, he talks about, I'm going to bring out that remnant. It's always been a remnant.
Always
been a remnant, which is scary in a sense because as many people there are, there's only going to be a remnant.
Yes.
So we have to live our lives to make sure that we are part of that remnant.
I got to be the remnant. I think it's the Winans that used to sing this song, millions didn't make it, but I was one of the ones who did. Remnant.
That's definitely a remnant. Yeah, absolutely. And not to just say, like, listen, the illusion in this system is so strong. So it's not that those that don't make it, or it was like they didn't want to make it.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody wants to purposely miss the mark.
Yeah.
But when you talk about a strong delusion, you know, like, people don't believe that this system, this world is operating on a system.
Yes.
They really believe that they are free. You know, they really believe that they have the same rights that everybody else. They believe that our government has the best interest, have their best interest at heart. They believe that they're not driven. No politician is driven by money. They're driven by the people. And that strong illusion keeps them away from the Most High because their trust is in a wicked system.
Yes.
And so no one wants to leave around, miss the mark, but sadly, a lot of us will fall away.
And also keep in mind that Yahuwah is a just and righteous judge.
Yes.
So you see, when people were like, well, what did I do? He told them what they did.
Yeah.
So it's not like and remember, to whom much is given, much is required. So that's how you're going to be judged. So he's not like, that's not going to happen. Yeah. There's never going to be anybody who has never heard of him.
No,
everybody's going to have a chance.
Because then he wouldn't be a just Yah.
Exactly. He wouldn't be a He not going for it. He ain't going for that.
Or the little cute little shoulder shrug.
I couldn't do it.
He ain't going for that either.
I have no hope. Right, you better fix them shoulders. And they didn't say it right.
He ain't going for it. All right, let's go into verse 5. He says, behold, the days come, says Yahuwah, that I will rise. Okay. You know English language, okay? Behold, the days come, says Yahuwah, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch, capital B, all right? And a king shall reign and prosper. Y'all know who he speaks
capital K.
All right? And shall execute judgment and justice in the earth. In his days, Yehudah shall be saved, and Yasharal dwell in safety. And this is his name, whereby he shall be called Yahuwah Sinikyu, as Sikkenu. There you go.
I guess that's right.
Close how you gonna say it. All right. Therefore, behold, the days come, says Yahuwah, that they shall no more say, Yahuwah lives, which brought up the children of Yasharel out of the land of Mitzrayim. But Yahuwah lives, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Yasharal out of the north country and from all countries. Get that S in there. Whither I had driven them, and they shall dwell in their own land. This is very significant because the remnant, the seed, do not have their own land. That's one of the ways
we're going back to live there.
We're going to go back, and that's one of the indicators to know that we are descendants, because a lot of people have their own land. Somebody know where they came from. We as African Americans cannot give you that information.
Yes.
We can only give you what we've been told.
Yeah, and this is one of those things people miss, like, because everybody is so caught up in this rapture, and then we're coming down, and then we're going to live in the new Jerusalem, but then you leaving this prophecy out. Like, this has to be fulfilled. We have to come from the four corners and go into our own land.
Yeah.
It's our lands. We have to be restored into our own land before everything ends. Like,
and then you have that thing where everyone knows about the children of Yasharel being in Egypt. And they know that, we were told, like, and he split the sea. We didn't know it was 12 lands, but hey, we'll take the split the sea, okay? He split the sea, and we were able to get out of Egypt or Mitzrayim, dire straits, hard times, challenges, all that stuff, right? But nothing have came across. The rumor haven't happened to where we're hearing, oh, Yahuwah has pulled out his children from all lands.
The four corners, and they in their land.
Yeah, that hasn't came. So that prophecy hasn't happened. But the prophecy of everyone knowing that the children of Yasharel came out of Egypt, that's already been fulfilled, and everyone knows that.
And not only that, if you're really looking, it says they're going to come to their senses in the foreign land.
Yes.
Which is what is happening right now.
Absolutely.
But because you're ignoring prophecy, or you just refuse to see it,
or
we have to come to ourselves, just like the prodigal son. He came to himself in the pig pen in another land. And so I'm going back to my father's
I'm going back
house.
home. I can be a servant.
The servants live better than this.
Yeah, I'm going back. But that's not what his father had.
Yes, all that has to happen, and you see that happening right now. And I think when you ignore prophecy, especially when you don't want to read the Old Testament, you're gonna miss all the prophecies. And so you're gonna miss the whole thing because you're missing the prophecies. It has to line up. So that's happening right now. We are coming to who we are. We are in the pig pen. I don't care where you live. You in the pig pen if you're a Hebrew.
And other Gentiles and other nations have come to that realization too. They know what's up too. They're like saying like, oh, this system is lied. This system is wicked.
Yes.
They're coming to themselves, which knowing like the earth is not round.
Yes.
They lied to us.
Yes,
so they're coming to themselves in that kind of way. And then also acknowledging us. There's a lot of other nations acknowledging the African Americans as the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Yeah. And I was looking at this old, somebody, I think, I want to say it was on Instagram, but it don't matter. This old clip, I think it was made in the 50s, of this man saying, we already know the earth is flat. Look at all this stuff look at these flight plans. The flight, when the pilot is given a flight plan, it says flat earth. He said, look at these flight plans. He said, not only that, but we sent some, planes just up to take a picture. He's like, this world flat.
Yeah.
And they know it.
Yeah.
He said it looked like it's a big old flat disc, and it looked like it's turned up on the ends. That's that snow, that white wall all around it.
Yeah. So we're coming to ourselves, right? And we haven't gotten that next part of that prophecy where he's snatching his people or gathering or fetching his people from the four corners of the earth. But we know it's going to happen.
Yeah, because right now we waking up. Right. Judgment is already fallen.
And we're closer. We're much more closer. Think about it in the time. The time Yahushua wasn't even 2023. He has already come. Yeah, so we're looking back and we're connecting these prophecies so we can stay,
so we're in line. Yeah.
And in sync with his word, right? All right. So let's go to verse 9. And y'all get in these comments, okay?
Get in.
It ain't fun when it's just us. No, I'm just playing. It's still fun. All right. Verse 9. My heart is within me, is broken because of the prophets. All my bones shake. I am like a drunken man, and like a man who wine has overcome because of Yahuwah and because of the words of his holiness. For the land is full of those who break wedlock. For because of swearing the land mourns. The pleasant places of the wilderness are dried up, and their course is evil, and their force is not right.
Not right.
Oh, thank you, Auntie. Thank you, Auntie, Sister Mel, my Sister Mel. She said listening while driving. She was like, because girl, if I can get into these comments, I will.
No.
Right?
Don't do that.
All right. So one, I just want to say I love like how Jeremiah is so poetic, even though he ain't trying to be.
Yeah.
And I love poetry. But he's very poetic. And what he talks about, like, this is the people that break covenant.
Yes.
Because when you think about marriage, sometimes you think about marriage and you don't really think about covenant. You just think of, oh yeah, me and this person got married. We married. And then if it don't work out, then we gonna divorce. And we blow the peace sign. You feel me? But when you think of covenant, that is a weightier word. Yes. And it's more of a responsibility where it's not about your emotions. You have come into an establishment agreement with one another.
And you got to work it out.
You got to work that thing out, right? So he said, these are people that don't even know that they are breaking covenant. They don't care to know what mistakes they made. They don't want to work it out. They want to stay in what they're in.
Yes.
My heart is grieved. My bones is shaking.
And he said, I feel just like a drunk man. Like, just what is going on? Like,
I don't even remember what happened yesterday. Okay.
How did I just see this?
Absolutely. How we get here? He said, their force is not right. Okay. I would be like, and their motives is just not right. Their intentions is just not right. The people just not right. All that they do is just not right. Okay. It's just.
And he says, I feel it. Not only do I see it, but I can feel it. I feel it in my bones.
Feel it in my bones.
Dang, they evil.
But wait, you guessed it. There's more in that part. He says, for both prophet and priest are profane. Yeah. In my house have I found their wickedness, says Yahuwah. Wherefore their way shall be unto them as slippery ways in the darkness. Now that's bad.
That is bad.
It's all bad that it's already dark, but you got to slip and slide. You don't know what you're running into.
And it's already bad that it's the priest and the prophet, the ones who's supposed to be showing you to Yahweh.
Greater responsibility, to hold the people accountable. Now lost accountability for themselves. All right. Wickedness, says Yahuwah. Wherefore their way shall be unto them as slippery ways. Okay, tons of ways. Okay, in the darkness they shall be driven on and fall therein. For I will bring evil upon them, even the year of their visitation, says Yahuwah. They ain't gonna even see it coming, y'all. They ain't gonna see it coming. You in darkness, you can't see it.
You can't. And as you slip and
being pulled in all different directions. So them directions and different ways you going will keep you distracted. So you ain't gonna know to ask what's going on.
And your ways are slippery, which means you have no foundation.
None.
You just jumping from this to this to this to this to this to this. No foundation. Your lies don't even have a foundation. Just
double dutching in any and everything. Okay.
That's just bad.
Yeah, that is. All right, 13. And I have seen folly or foolishness in the prophets of Shimron. They prophesy in Baal and cause my people Yasharal to err. I have seen also in the prophets of Yerushalayim a horrible thing. They break wedlock and walk in lies. They strengthen also the hands of evildoers, that none returns from his wickedness. They are all of them unto me as Sodom, and in the inhabitants thereof as Amorah.
That's Sodom and Gomorrah, He said the people ain't even thinking about coming back to me because they're seeing what you do. They said, oh, the priest and the prophet could act that way. They said they gave us free life. That's what the Catholic Church, well, now only Christianity does it too, but They give you a license to sin, basically. Just come say 3 Hail Marys, make your confession to the priest, we good.
And you know what is so crazy is because when people are looking at those in high position, it's so easy to be moved by them.
Yeah.
Because the people that's in those high position understand their influence, but those that are looking up to them may not understand how great the influence is. Sometimes they don't understand how they got to the place until it's too late. You know, so that's why these people have to be held at a higher responsibility because you understood the work that I gave you and you took advantage of the people who didn't.
Yes.
And now it let them go astray.
Yes.
Also, I want to say, please don't just focus on what we heard about Sodom and Gomorrah about homosexuality. It was not just homosexuality. There was kid trafficking. It was
crazy.
It was some
Remember they
murders.
was letting people starve in the streets. It was a crime to feed
kidnapping, adult napping. It was rape. It was all of the above. Okay, any kind of evil you can think of.
That city was wicked.
It was eating each other. It was all kinds of wickedness in Sodom and Gomorrah. So I don't want you to
every kind you could think of.
Yes.
It was there.
It was there. Okay, so don't just think, oh, homosexuality. That's
it was
happening
all
today.
That.
No, think about all what's going on today. Okay, it is just like today.
In those two cities,
absolutely. They was.
Remember, they couldn't even find 10 righteous men. They found Lot. His family wasn't even really counted as righteous. They just found Lot.
Yeah, and they was attached to Abraham.
Yeah, one.
That was it. Auntie Linda said, like it is today. Absolutely. All right, so he says, 15. Therefore, thus says Yahuwah Sabaoth concerning the prophets, behold, and notice he puts a lowercase p because he's like concerning these people.
Oh, yeah.
Because normally when he want to put emphasis, he'll capitalize it.
So
but he said these prophets, they're in their own wickedness. These are in their flesh. So he's referring to their flesh. Okay. All right. So concerning these prophets of Yerushalayim. Nope. Let me see.
Behold, you're on 15.
Thank you. Oh, behold, I will feed them with wormwood. Say that 15 times. Okay. I really have to take my time to say that. Yeah. And make them drink water of gall, which is crazy because y'all know what he did with Hamashiach.
Yeah, that's that vinegar and
They did the same thing to the Mashiach. Made him drink it. From the prophets of Yerushalayim is profaneness gone forth into all the land.
All the lands. Them prophets just walking around spreading it like a disease.
Yes. And for those that don't have this book, Yahuwah Sabaoth means Yahuwah of righteousness. Our righteousness. Okay. Oh yeah, you got it too. Just so y'all didn't think I was smart. It was on the bottom of my page of my book. You've seen it if you got it. All right, so Yahuwah Sabaoth. So it said, thus says Yahuwah Sabaoth, or Yahuwah our righteousness, capital R, because he is the righteousness, okay? Hearken not unto the words of the prophet that prophesy unto you, that make you vain. They speak a vision of their own heart, and not out of the mouth of Yahuwah. Now listen, when I thought about this, and even though they're talking about then, you have to think about today. What is this? They speak a vision. Television. Right? Yeah. They tell you a vision. We watch it. We listen. It's entertaining. They still speaking a vision, and everything goes against the 10 Commandments. Everything goes against the Sabbath. Everything goes against.
You gotta filter that.
You got to filter
and it's hard now.
It
used to be a little bit easy.
No.
You used to find something. Now it's crazy.
Right.
It's crazy.
It is all crazy, y'all. So, but they speak and they tell you it's of their own. It's of their own heart, right? So we are intaking their vision, so to speak, if we're not careful, because sometimes we don't pick it up. We pick it up subconsciously first before we realize we pick it up consciously. Does that make sense? All right. So it says, and not out of the mouth of Yahuwah. Every prophet that you see on these TBNs and CBNs and ABC, whatever, they do not speak the mouth of Yahuwah. I don't care if it's a religion and all that. They may give you a little bit of truth, but anything that has a lie is a whole lie. It can be 2% lie.
That's why it's hard to find them. It's hard to find the good ones.
Yeah, because then sooner or later,
most of the time they're not on TV because they make sure they not the ones on TV.
Right. They don't want that vision out there, right? Or they're being shut down.
Or they only at 2 o'clock in the morning or something crazy like that.
Where most people are sleeping. It's crazy because folks sleep all day. They don't even realize they sleep. All right. 17. They say still unto them that despise me. Yahuwah has said, ye shall have peace. And they say unto everyone that walks after the imagination of his own heart, no evil shall come upon you. For who has stood in the counsel of Yahuwah and has perceived and heard his word with a capital W. All right. Milk and Honey Ministries says they broadcast all those spells-based companies, ABC, CNN, NBC. Yes, absolutely. They sure do. Wow, that is so crazy. He says, thank you. Says, let me see. For who has stood in the counsel of Yahuwah and has perceived and heard his word with a capital W, who has marked his word, capital W, and heard it. Behold, a whirlwind of Yahuwah is gone forth in fury, even a grievous whirlwind. It shall fall grievously upon the head of the wicked. The anger of Yahuwah shall not return until he has executed, until he has performed the thoughts of his heart. In the latter days, hello, latter days, ye shall consider it perfectly.
Like you gonna understand.
So you're gonna start connecting and get an understanding.
Like, whoa.
Yes.
Them liars.
Yes. In the latter days. But see, they were already getting ready to be into captivity. So this was a form of hope. Yes. They were saying, like in the latter days. But they
don't know when that latter days is. They know they have to be in Babylon for 70 years, but they don't, okay, what's gonna happen after the 70?
Yeah.
You still weren't in peace. You still did not own your land, even when you came back. You still had to go by the king of
whoever.
I'm trying to remember who was in power. I want to say it was Persia, but it might have been the next one.
Yeah, you still had to. All right, 21. I have not sent these prophets, yet they ran. I have not spoken to them, yet they prophesied. But if they had stood in my counsel and had caused my people to hear my words, then they should have turned them from their evil way and from their evil of their doing.
So he said they had an influence because remember when Yah gives you a gift, he equips you. So once you have that gift, it's yours. So if he gives you like this speaking voice or just a way that touches the people, you can use it for good or evil. He said if you would have just told them the truth, they would have came back.
Yes, they would have came back.
If you just would have told them, like, don't go to hell. Sheol was real.
Yeah.
But you told them, yeah, you're going to be all right.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not going to be in trouble. You're not going to be in trouble.
You one of Abraham's children.
Yeah.
It's going to be all right. So you didn't tell them the truth. If you broke it down to them, they would have stayed like Joshua.
Right.
Joshua wasn't playing them people. And they was in the straight and narrow, him and the generation after him. Then everybody acted a fool.
This is why it's so dangerous to sit there and say, thus says Yahuwah. Or Yahuwah told me to say, listen, if you're not sitting in his counsel and in his presence and he ain't talking to you, don't go playing with this man's name.
Don't do it.
Don't do that, because you don't know who is itching, who got itching ears and will take your word because you're so influential.
Yes.
And act on it.
Because they're a babe.
Yes.
They're a babe.
Yes.
They're
and that's bringing his name to nothing, right?
Yes.
Melissa, she said that's speaking in vain. Absolutely. And it's bringing his name into nothing because it's not going to come into fruition.
It's coming back void, which means something's wrong.
Yeah. And you said, Yahuwah told you this?
Because he said my words and they're not coming back void. But when they come back void, something wrong.
Something wrong. Yahuwah was like, I didn't tell that man that.
Yeah. He said they ran to go tell you, but I didn't tell him.
I didn't tell him that. I was working on Melissa's behalf. I was working on Michelle behalf, Jamie behalf, Dwayne behalf. I didn't tell this man that. Y'all listen. Don't play with his name.
And all y'all know who has had to say something Yahuwah has said, especially concerning sin. Y'all ain't running to go tell people that. Y'all walking like, do I really have to do it?
Yeah, I know I wouldn't.
And then and you're walking. Eventually, you gonna get to the
it's uncomfortable.
We're gonna tell the people about this.
Write a story about it, and then maybe they'll read it, and then they'll get it.
Yeah, I write a letter.
What if I do it like that, Father? Can I get creative with what you told me to do?
Then they don't have to see me.
Right. No, say what I say. Okay. All right. 23. Am I Elohai at hand? Am I Elohai at hand? Says Yahuwah, not Elohai afar off. He said, Am I not close to you?
Yeah.
Or are you treating me like I'm so such at a distance?
I'm right here.
I'm right here.
I'm right here.
I'm here. Okay?
Yes. I'm right here.
I am not down the street around the corner and 4 blocks. I'm here.
Just call my name.
Exactly. What? I am HERE. Okay.
Here.
Exclamation mark. Auntie Linda said, I still remember age 5 hearing Pastor D.D. Dews talking about hell. And I knew then that's not where I wanted to go.
Right. See,
all
right. Stick with you when it's preached, right?
Listen, I mean, he has to say it. D. That's a
Dudes.
lot of that's
Pastor,
a lot of
say Pastor Dews.
Girl.
Or I think she wants to distinguish which dudes because it's a lot of them.
Oh, okay.
So she makes sure this one was right. You might have heard some stuff about the other, the younger ones, but
listen, I'm glad. Listen, all right. So he said, he said, can any hide himself in secret places that I shall not see him? Fortunately, many of us think that Dad said that was his pastor.
Oh, Pastor
small.
Dews?
Listen, small flat world. All right, small world. Pastor Dews, praise him. All right, listen. He said, can any hide himself in secret places that I shall not see him? Fortunately, people think they can. They got these underground bunkers. They got these homes in rock cliffs and all this stuff.
You're like, I see you.
Dude, I created everything that you just...
Right, you're hiding in my creation. They're saying they right. I know you see him, y'all, right here.
You're like, is he serious? Even Yahushua is like, Father, is he serious? I want to intercede, but clearly he's trying to hide from you.
And the weird thing about it is when you think of the people who have built all these bunkers under the earth is thinking different than you. The earth is saying, oh, y'all coming down here. I'm just going to hold you till Yahuwah get here.
That's it.
Because I ain't got to let you out.
But they don't think, they don't know that the earth and the creation is under...
Is under Yah.
Yes, under Yah. They just think the dirt is the dirt.
They don't think it's alive.
Yeah, the dirt is alive.
Go hide dirt if you want to. The dirt is going. Here they go.
Since story time, I've been treating creation a whole lot different, okay? I barely climb a tree. All right. Without his permission, I ain't get on no tree anyway. But nevertheless, I treat and look at it different. All right. Let's see. Do not I feel the heavens and the earth, says Yahuwah? I have heard what the prophet said that prophesy lies in my name, saying, I have a dream. I have a dream. How long shall this be in the heart of the prophets that prophesy lies? Yeah, they are prophets of deceit of their own heart, which think to cause my people to forget my name by their dreams, which they tell every man to his neighbor, as their father have forgotten my name for Baal. Y'all know. Now listen. And it just came to mind when it said, I have, and I only think about MLK.
Oh, that's...
I do. Because listen, this man was so influential, okay? And he was down with the Rothschilds, okay? Many people don't know that. He was down with them. It wasn't, and
at first,
yeah, I'm about to get it there.
Okay.
At first, but he was pushing their agenda and speaking what they wanted him to tell us. Then once he began to come to himself and realize what he was doing, he then said, oh my gosh, I feel like I done led my people into a burning house. And that's when he came into that realization. They offed him. Okay, they didn't get him the first
they
shot.
Didn't waste no time.
They didn't get him at the balcony, y'all. They got him at the hospital where they smothered that man to death. Okay,
and some of us helped him.
Yes,
helped them.
Absolutely,
help them.
But I think about people like that because it's like, why do you give us these 7 people every month of February?
And all that, but that whole "I Have a Dream" speech, play the whole thing.
Yes,
you will see that
he was
when he's
talking
about that dream. He's talking about the Hebrews going to their land.
Yes.
That's what he's talking about.
Yes.
He's talking about the end game. And they was like, oh, no.
Nope, because
he gets to preaching that, it's over.
Because at first he was definitely bought out. I mean, he was bought out. He was.
Well, when he first came, Martin Luther was coming with ammo. Gotcha. That church had guns. That church had guns. The Southern leader, whatever they called it, they had guns. He was finna come out blazing, we taking this.
Wow.
And they got him, let's just do this peaceably, and you a pastor, and and so then he did it. And then he thought they was with him because, then he came to, wait a minute.
Yeah, years later, though.
Wait a minute. And they knew when he
had already
been done. And when they were watching him so close, they saw that, wait a minute moment. And they said, get him now.
Yep. Because there was a shift happening. Absolutely.
Get him now.
And they couldn't take that.
Yeah, and if any of you have been to, where did he get assassinated? I want to say it was Tennessee, because I've been to Tennessee, and I think that's where I went to that hotel. They turned it into a museum. Somebody let me know. I believe it was Tennessee, though.
I thought it was in Georgia somewhere, but I could be wrong.
It could be. We could have drove. Somebody let me know. I think it was in Tennessee, though. So anyway, wherever it was, where he got shot, it's called the Lorraine Hotel. And so they turned it into this museum. But then right across the street, where what's his name was
Memphis, Tennessee. Okay.
Yeah, where the person who shot him is a museum also. So I go to, look at the museum. They show the room, they show,
Did you
they kept the room.
Look at this?
Yes. Oh yes.
I know they still profit of our pain and suffering.
So I go to this window, and so say like right there, that's the balcony. So right when you're at the window, the balcony is right, nothing is blocking it. It's a clean shot. It is a clean shot. Like you could smell the setup in the air. There was a
sniper?
It was definitely that. But there's a fire department right up the street. Nobody was working that day. Have you ever heard of a fire department where nobody works?
No.
Heck no, it don't happen. Nobody worked that day. They were making sure if anything went wrong with this, he wasn't finna get no medical attention.
Right.
He wasn't finna get no medical condition. And then I don't know, some of you seen that. You probably seen the video of the Hebrew guy who accidentally said,
"Yes,
I had to move out the way.
Yes,
or I would have got shot."
Yes.
They set him up.
Absolutely, because he was coming to himself.
He was coming to himself,
and that a conscious man is a dangerous man.
Okay? Yes.
A man that really, and when I say man, I don't think of just man. I'm thinking female, you know what I'm saying? When you are aware and you know who you are, you know how, you just know who you are. You are considered a threat.
Yes.
Because now you are able to tell others and bring them into the state of awareness. That's a dangerous man.
Yes.
And so many of our leaders that we have gotten were considered like, listen, if it ain't y'all's word, it's a whole lie. Okay?
It's a whole lie.
It's a whole lie.
It's a whole lie.
Like same with Rosa Parks. Sorry, ma'am, she was not the first. Claudette was the first person to do that.
Who was that?
Claudette was a 13-year-old African American young lady
who was
pregnant and refused to get out of her seat. But because Rosa Parks was connected to
The whole thing.
She was connected to it's like a women's what is it?
No, the Mike Mason, but
it's
the
for
women.
The women. Yeah. She was connected to that.
Yeah, because they have it's just like when Martin Luther gets shot. What is Jesse Jackson doing on the talk show covered in his blood? They picked the next leader. That's the sympathy.
Yes.
Now let's switch to Jesse. And what has Jesse ever done for us?
Absolutely nothing.
He gave some wonderful.
These are fake prophecies. Prophets. Y'all. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yes,
they have given us fake prophets that do not speak the mouth of Yah. And then when they come to themselves, they are considered dangerous, and so they get rid. Where you think Kanye is? Kanye got in trouble for saying that the African Americans are the real Hebrews. Now all of a sudden he said, if you see me coming back, it ain't me. Ain't nobody questioning it. Because all they know is they just got to give us some kind of entertainment, and then we forget.
They give us entertainment. They give us preachers, like Jesse Jackson was a preacher. Then all of a sudden Kanye was into the Sunday word. And we all went, ooh, ooh, ooh. They're doing the same thing with Kirk right now. Oh no, that's an asset to us. He like a prophet. He they listen to him, but he done messed up with the goat. He messed up with the goat. Now they're giving us the sad story. They were like, okay,
let's practice mercy. No, listen.
I know people with sadder stories. You got a grandma.
Let's practice. Let's practice.
Y'all watch out for these people.
Exactly. She said, "It ain't him. It ain't him, y'all.
It ain't like you. Some of these people you could just tell.
It ain't him, y'all. It's a whole set up. Okay." They have these people in entertainment, in the politics, to act as prophets, to speak the mouth of their God. It ain't our God. It is not Yah. And it is not our Elohim.
Not ours.
It's theirs that rule this world. This
not his
the
words,
prince of this air. They're speaking the mouth of him.
Yeah.
And we have to understand, because the television that we're watching is coming from their God.
Coming from them.
All right.
And they're telling us just anything we want to hear.
But if you know how to chew that good old meat, that good old seasoned meat, and spit out the bones, then continue to do what you're doing, okay? Because I'm not saying don't watch nothing. I'm just saying be aware of what you intaking, because subconsciously you don't even know that you got something until you act it out. And you're like, where did that come from?
Yeah. But some of that stuff is deep, deep, deep witchcraft. And you know it.
Yeah.
You could feel it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. It's straight Baal worship. Don't even look at that.
Absolutely.
Like,
absolutely. All right, let's get back into it. Let's get back into it. I'm on 28. All right, let's see. Already? I'm on 28?
We did.
Yes. The prophet that has a dream, let him tell a dream. And he that has my word, let him speak my word faithfully. What is the chaff to the wheat, says Yahuwah? Is not my word like as a fire?
Capital W.
Yeah, capital W. Yeah, she said, I know Kirk, and he is flaming. You know what? I know you ain't lying, auntie. I'll tell you that.
Go ahead, girl.
Girl, if I had this wooden log, I tell you. Burn up, okay? Dripping. Sweaty. Okay, let me just stop. But I know you ain't lying, okay? It's on him. You can see that spirit. You can see that spirit on Kirk, okay? He definitely dripping in something. All right. He said, what is the chaff to the wheat, says Yahuwah? Is not my word, capital W, like as a fire? Boy, it will burn up everything. Okay, that's not like it. Says Yahuwah. And like a hammer that breaks the rock in pieces. If you want real deliverance, get it hurts.
Real deliverance hurts. Because you got to give up some stuff.
And not only that, but you got to go back to that emotional place and identify. And go through all of that. Them triggers. And got to go through all of that and still hand it up to the Most High and trust him to keep it for you.
Let them soul ties go. You got to do.
It's work.
Break change. You got to do it.
It's not a touch of the forehead and you fall.
Yeah, right.
And now you delivered.
No.
It ain't that. It ain't you saying you don't love men's no more.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah, that.
And you don't love women's no more.
Yeah.
It ain't that.
Yeah.
It is an ugly work and it's painful. And sometimes it feel like you're doing this by yourself. But then Yah tells you, I'm with you.
Yep.
I'm doing this with you.
And he's going to give you people to help you through it.
Yeah.
The real people.
The real people. Absolutely. So it's like a fire, okay? And it's like a hammer, because it'd be like, whoa, you didn't have to break this many pieces,
Like,
Father.
did you have to hit me on my head? Oh, I got
Not
a
this
headache.
many pieces, right? He says, therefore, behold, I am against the prophets, says Yahuwah, that steal, because it's against the commandments, okay? That steal my words, everyone from his neighbor. Steal my words, everyone from his neighbor. That's against the commandments. Thou shalt not steal. I'm against you. You going against me anyway. You didn't now set yourself as an opponent.
And using my words.
Against your neighbor.
Come
so
on.
now you in a boxing ring with me, trying to talk about do this.
Can't you think of your own lies? Why you gotta take my words and turn them and twist them around?
Against your neighbor that's already going through, being drugged by life is just snatching her by the neck, okay? And you're going to use my word and further her in that thing, or him in that thing. Yeah, I got an issue with you because you doing my people wrong, okay? Behold, I am against the prophets, says Yahuwah, that use their tongues and say, he says.
That's a capital H. So he said they're using their tongues to say he or me, Yahuwah, has said.
Don't play with his word. Behold, I am against them that prophesy false dreams, says Yahuwah, and do tell them, and cause my people to err by their lies and by their lightness. Yet I sent them not, nor commanded them. Therefore they shall not profit this people at all, says Yahuwah.
See, I didn't send them, so there's no profit. No profit is going to come out of it. And by profit, I mean, like, you're going to get no gain out of it.
He said, nah. He said, nah, I'm in the ring again. I'm in the ring with you because I'm against you. You are now, you were supposed to be my people, but now you didn't put yourself in the position of my enemy because you are oppressing my people with these lies.
Yes. Because remember, he's saying his word is like fire and like a hammer. That means it hurts.
Yeah.
If all you ever hear is feel good messages, run.
Oh yeah.
Like Joel.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
He'll give you a good old feel good message every time. And don't get me, sometimes we need a good old feel good message. But if that's all you're getting fed is candy,
this is my Bible, okay? I am what it says that I am. I was sleep and listening to Joe every morning, okay? I can do what it says I can do. I don't do it no more. But
the problem is you don't know what it says you can do.
Exactly. I just took Joe's little stories, okay? Joe was telling stories.
Yeah, you could recite that poem real good, but then you're like, okay, what does it say I can do?
I didn't get that far. I was just like, that was a good lesson.
Because he never told you.
He told me a good lesson. He was like the kid's Darman, okay?
Yeah.
If y'all know what Darman is like a friend kid show that teaches kids how to treat people how they want to be treated. That's how Joel Osteen was for adults. Yeah. Okay, but he was just doing it on the stage with lights, purple lights,
he a pacifier. Yeah. That's all.
That's what it was with that pretty smile. Okay, I don't care if he bought them teeth. It was still a pretty smile.
You're like, who? Yeah, I've been to church. Joel Osteen told me it's gonna be all right.
Hallelujah. All right. And when this people or the prophet or a priest shall ask you, saying, what is the burden of Yahuwah? You shall then say unto them, what burden?
What you talking about? Joel said, I am what it says I am. And what did he say? With the B, I'm the Bible. What did he say?
Listen, don't get me started. Listen.
That's not what they told me.
Clutch that neck, okay? What is the burden of Yahuwah? You shall then say unto them, what burden? Okay, and this is the first time I really don't like when people answer me with what. But for this instance, you can answer what burden. Check them, okay? Then he says, I will even forsake you, says Yahuwah.
Oh, really? You asked me that for real? Bye.
I'm not about to play with you. He says, and as for the prophet and the priest and the people, they shall say, the burden of Yahuwah, I will even punish that man and his house. And we've seen that done. Okay, Achan, he's done that. He took out the whole house of Achan.
Everybody,
and the animals, and the donkeys. Everybody had to go. All right. Thus shall ye say, everyone to his neighbor and everyone to his brother, what has Yahuwah answered? And what has Yahuwah spoken? and the burden of Yahuwah shall ye mention no more. For every man's word shall be his burden. For ye have perverted the words of the living Elohim, of Yahuwah Sabaoth. Yahuwah our righteousness, our Elohim. Thus shall you say to the prophet, what has Yahuwah answered you? And what has Yahuwah spoken? But since you say, the burden of Yahuwah, therefore thus says Yahuwah, because ye say this word.
No capital.
Yep. Because you have said this word, the burden of Yahuwah, and I sent unto you, saying, ye shall not say the burden of Yahuwah. Therefore, behold, even I, will utterly forget that we are reading too long for story time. I will utterly forget that we need to stop this and catch up tomorrow. Or what he said, therefore, behold, even
Shut
I.
up.
Okay.
Oh, y'all, but y'all see this. Yahoo was not playing.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all want to see the prophets. It sounds like whatever the prophets were saying is gonna double back and come back to them. Oh, you want to lie? Okay. Let's see.
Don't lie. No. I mean,
false dreams. Your stuff is phony. I did not say that.
And listen, I get that you want to be used. I get that people like want to be used, and but if that's not your lane, don't be putting your blinker on and getting in that lane that ain't made for you.
Not made for you.
He didn't make you into that.
And nobody what prophet have you seen that's just begging to be a prophet? Not a near one.
Nobody. I don't, the people that I know, they barely say thus said Yahuwah. Unless they are really sure.
Yeah, I think Isaiah was the only one that said it, but he said it while he was caught up. So yeah, he gonna say it because he can see all his splendor. Here am I, send me.
But I'm talking about natural. I mean,
but naturally down here,
yeah, people aren't so quick. At least within the
they're
city.
Gonna do, they're gonna do it because they're told they're his prophets, so they're gonna do it.
Yeah.
But ain't nobody just running for it. Ain't nobody sending out resumes. Saying, "Who pick me, pick me."
No, and if
that's a hard job.
And if you are doing that, and if you do want that posture of your heart, like I want to be a prophet, you should probably ask yourself why. What is in you that's making you say you want to be a prophet? Not that you couldn't be a prophet, but you should probably ask yourself, why is it? Is it because you want people to remember your name and not Yahuwah's? Is it because you want people to see what you did and not Yahuwah?
People to think you're great?
Yes. What is the reason? Why do you feel the need that you want to be what people think is a major position?
Yes.
When all positions are major.
Yes, because Yahuwah is the one that equips you. Before you get here, you're equipped. Whether you're going to use the equipment right or not, you're equipped before you get here.
Right.
You're appointed a job. So if you want to do something that clearly you kind of really ain't equipped for, he's more than likely Yahuwah's going to say, but I made you for this. Won't you do this? And you'll be happy in whatever it is he told you to do. You're going to feel that relief like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Absolutely. You have to, because every, when I tell you, there is no small role in the kingdom of Yah.
Isn't.
Now, unfortunately, this system made it look like there are big roles, there are minor roles, and everybody want to be in a certain caste. But it's not like that.
It really isn't.
Everything flows together for the benefit of the kingdom. So every role is just as important as the big role.
Yes.
If he made you a singer, if he made you a
teacher or more or whatever.
The gift to understand tongues or to understand prophecy, whatever that case, all of that stuff is one role.
Yes.
It's just one role.
And you all need to, we all need to look at gifts. Sometimes your gift is just helping people.
Yeah. Or encouraging people.
Yes.
I got that. Listen.
Sometimes that's your job.
I love to encourage somebody.
So he's sending you a bunch of people. If you wonder, wow, he's encouraging people and counseling people because that's your job.
Yeah.
That's your assignment.
Sometimes it's just to compliment people. I will find a reason to compliment you, and don't have a nice smile, girl. Listen, I'm calling that smile out.
And don't have a name tag on, because this
I'm going to acknowledge you.
I be thinking she know people.
I don't.
She only be knowing them people. They got a name tag on.
I be in my role, right? I be in my role. You just have to, yes, Auntie Lynn said, consider the weight of what we ask for. Yes. And why are you asking for that particular thing? Because if it points to you with every question that you ask yourself, then that's not for you. Yahuwah, I mean, the enemy will really abuse you in that. And at the end, you'll be dizzy and wouldn't know where you came. Like, I don't even know how I
will not be successful.
You won't be successful in that. All right. Auntie Shani, let me get into this comment. She said, it took me 4 years to answer the call of a prophetic dancer. I was just asked to dance and I was tripping. Auntie Linda said, I love you, Ivana G, but right now I can't stand you. I don't even know what I did. But Auntie Linda says, consider the weight of what we asked for. And Dad says, if y'all don't know who that is, that's Eric Gillette. And Dad said, right, because we are all an extension of Yahuwah.
Yes. Yes. He's trying to get all the jobs done, and you just thinking of
glamorous
one. Yeah, that you think is glamorous. But the people who really have to do it are not thinking glamour.
No.
They are not thinking glamour.
Even when it's encouraging people, sometimes you don't want to say nothing because you're nervous of how they're going to say it or how they're going to receive it. Yeah,
because you'll be like, this person just, they're going
to think I'm weird. Oh, man. They're going to think if I tell them, oh, it's always a struggle no matter what role you're in. It's always going to be a struggle.
It's
and I'm
hammer
sure you
and
have
fire.
Absolutely. I'm sure Auntie Shani, when you ask to dance, I'm pretty sure that you have to consider the different music that you're going to dance to. And I'm sure even that comes a little hesitant because you're like, oh,
because they want you to do something else. Or they want you to say
there's some uneasiness. Yeah. And they're like, hey, dance to Kirk Franklin. And you're like, oh,
like, how can I tell them no? No, I can't do it.
I can't do that. You know, everyone. It's just like it goes back to what Auntie Linda says and Dad says. It says we have to consider the weight of what we ask for, and because we are all an extension of Yahuwah, and if we don't move in that right vein, then we have just brought His name to nothing.
Yep, that's vain. We broke the commandments.
Broke the commandment. I mean, I'm sure we break them every single day, but we don't intentionally try to.
No.
But when we know better, we have to do better.
Yes.
All right.
Wow. Sorry, we just had to get that out.
I know.
We know y'all. We told y'all it was over, but
now it's over. Now it's for real over.
Oh, that was quick though.
It was. Auntie Linda said, it's like that puzzle that perfectly fits together. We are all like that puzzle. Absolutely.
Yes.
So don't listen. Don't be raising nobody like, oh, you prophet such and such. Don't get excited about that. Don't. Oh, girl, you can sing. Don't get excited about that. I'm sure that person that can sing don't feel like they're the best singer. I know beautiful people that can sing and feel like they are not the best singer. And I'm just like, girl, you can blow.
Yeah. You can sing. You can't sing. You can sing.
Everyone has their own feelings of inadequacy in their own role. In their own role. Nothing is, listen, but it all works together for Yahuwah, for the kingdom.
Yes.
So yeah, with that being said, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in and thank y'all for being in the comments. Auntie, it's so good to see you, Auntie Paige. Good to see you, Auntie Linda. Good to see you, Auntie Shani, Auntie Cammie, Dad, and Melissa, my big sister Melissa. Good to see you. And everyone else that was in the chat. We appreciate you guys.
And those who weren't, we love you too.
Oh yeah, for sure. Y'all already know what it is. We love you too. With that being said, we're going for real.
Yeah. Shalom.
Shalom.
See you tomorrow.
Just means peace. Exactly. Hold on. Let me clap it out. You see this light? Watch this.
Don't pay no attention to her, y'all. Just see what
it's still on. I thought
went over here.
I thought if I clap my hands, it would turn off. Y'all remember?
It's already on.
Well, then it worked.
No.
I mean, it turned off.